Now, based on what we have solved earlier, you guys have understand the concept. Now, let us now start example. Now, example, example one. So, if y is equals to 2s raised to power 3 plus 4x minus 5, find the y over the s. Now, as we have solved question earlier, so we need to just solve this one by one. So now, based on what we have gathered since, so we have here the y over the s is equals to, now 2 times 3, that will be 6, then s raised to power 2. Remember, the 3 will multiply the 2 and you also subtract 1 from the power. So plus, now if you differentiate 4x, you are going to get 4. Why? Because the power is 1. Remember, we have done that too. And minus 0. Why? Because this is ordinary number without x. So, but I don't need to be writing 0. So the answer is 6x squared plus 4. So that is the answer. Another example. Example 2. If y is equals to s raised to power 5 plus 4s raised to power 3 minus 2x plus 1, find the y ds. Now the y ds will be equals to 5s raised to power 4. Hope you got, we write 5 first. Also, you subtract 1 from the power, is what we have done before. So now 5s raised to power 4 plus, now this will be 12s raised to power 2, because we multiply the 3 by the 4. Then you subtract 1 from the power. That will be then minus 2, minus 2, because this x is 1. So the x, you just remove the s. We've done that too. So plus 0. So I don't need to be writing 0, because this is 1, is a constant, so the y ds will be 0. So that means the answer is 5s raised to power 4 plus 12s raised to power 2 minus 2. Answer. Now if y is equals to 5s raised to power 3 plus 10s raised to power 2 minus 1, what is the y ds? No, minus 10. So the y over the s will be equals to 15 s raised to power 2. I hope you understand now. That is 3 times 5, 15. 15s raised to power 2 plus 20x minus 0. Anytime you differentiate a constant without x, any number without x is 0. And I don't need to be writing 0. So that is the answer. Hope you are getting this. So now this is just normal differentiation. You see that it's not really difficult. Now, but there is another way JAM can just add more to all these things. The JAM can simply say if y is equals to x squared plus 4x minus 2, this find the y over the s at s equals to 1. Now this question is still similar to normal differentiation, but after you find the y ds, anywhere you now see s, you put 1. At least see the question again. If y is equals to s squared plus 4x minus 2, find the y ds at s equals to 1. That means I will first find the y over the s. What is the y ds? You get 2x plus 4. So that is the y ds. Now you should have stopped here, but the question says at s equals to 1. That means at s equals to 1, anywhere you see x you are going to put 1. So this will becomes dy over ds will be equals to 2 bracket 1 plus 4. Hope you get. So anywhere you see s here, just put 1. So that is why I write 2 brackets instead of 2s, that will be 2 bracket 1 plus 4. Now what is 2 times 1? 2. This is 2 times 1, 2, then plus 4. So final answer will be 6. So that is how you tackle question that if question say find the y dx at s equals anything, that means after you differentiate, then you are going to put the value at s equals to 6. Look at this. Now let's form another question here. So if y is equals to 2s raised to power 4 plus 5s minus 2, find the y dx at s equals 0. So that means I'll first say dy over ds is equals to 2 brackets 1 raised to power I'll first differentiate. So 2 times 4, that will be 8 s raised to power 3 plus 5. Hope you get that now, because the power here is 1, so that means we just say 5. So at s equals 0 now anywhere you see s, just put 0. So dy over ds will be equals to 8 brackets 0 raised to power 3 plus 5. Now 0 raised to power anything is 0, so everything here is 0, then plus 5. This will be equals to 5. Answer. Now some of you that you cannot solve separately, you can press everything here exactly what you have here in your calculator and get the answer, so it will always save your time too. So the final answer is 5. Hope you are getting it. Okay. Now if y is equals to 4s raised to power 3 minus 2s squared plus 7, find the y over the s. So the y dx will be, so as usual, this will be 12s raised to power 2. How? Because this 3 will multiply the 4, then minus 4x, because we say 2 times 2 4, then plus 7. This one does not have s, it will becomes 0. So that is the answer. Hope you are getting it. So now I can send questions on these ones. We should just solve generally, since we have known the concepts before we proceed.